Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm just gonna make a little video log update or for stuff and like that. I think I'm gonna try to push more video logs more often this time. I know how to like to take a break for doing some video logs for a while because I wasn't getting any ideas at the moment to what to think to talk about. Since mainly most of my hours were just speaking about or just really just focusing on my main current projects for my personal artwork and also the game development stuff I have on my own for indie, which it does take a lot of time still, which is still going to be a long term project. Then I kind of had to like pull back a little bit just to think about out how much my hours I'm really spending on because I'm starting to realize that since I've been starting using different certain particular techniques to help me speed up certain processes faster that I was taking a look at my schedule for a little bit, and then I was trying to figure out, okay, where my hours was allocating because, yes, I'm doing a lot of work on my effort to making my content and my work, but the thing is that even though I've a lot of time for production down the time, I'm not having like anything else that's creating some form of promotion outwards. So I think right now, currently, I'm in current struggling right now is marketing, but generally I did took some classes and learned something about marketing and stuff like that. It's just the fact that is that I'm not have any actual effort to try to push in a way to market. So the only way that I feel to get it forward to market and pushed is that I probably had to change certain ways how I want to share certain content on my social media and maybe do some more like public postings like these. So instead of doing like a whole script, because even though if you want to create a human script or generate a script to edit and just figure it out, it takes still a lot of downtime to do many things. So, but I felt like since it's much more easier just to on whenever you're making YouTube videos just to say what you want to say versus just running on the script to me because it I do like doing improv a lot and it just helps me to build on what was I'm saying as like a normal conversation would be. So having asked for this video, I think that since I've been experimenting dropping uh my little arts production hours to from I used to do between 30 to 32, but I want to keep it between 20 to 22 so then I can have leave enough space to do at least one particular day to do YouTube scheduling, so or social media or whatever. Because even though I am posting a lot content every now and then, I'm not really looking insights of my analytics too much. And I feel like the when I was looking around on my YouTube studio and then with my other socials and stuff like that, I think the YouTube studio is like the most transparent ever to have like analytics and stuff like that. And I realized that what I used to had for like have a scheduled shorts and stuff now started to dip because even though I keep it consistent by reusing the same videos, I feel like I have to now change certain ways how to do it because now it just changes because it was working for a while, but then I now realize that it's kind of dip. So I think what I would need to work on is that when I notice a negative feedback has changed, I need to know it like faster so I can try to change and try a different strategy. So now I did some research and scheduling doesn't really matter as much as it used to in today's YouTube videos and stuff. And I think the only time when you have to actually should schedule YouTube videos is that if you have like a lot to upload and post. Because I think what we're looking for is much more of a more human feeling connection when you record and stuff. I mean, sure, for streaming, yeah, you should definitely have a schedule for streaming, but you don't have to like post a lot of stream schedules. Hell no, unless you if that's your full time, then that's whatever you're doing. But um, I think still once a week is still fine. But I did try to get started with Kick though. But the reason why I did a little bit with Kick though is that I noticed there was like a little bit about they were more focused on gaming and streaming and stuff, but I wanted to like see at least try some small ones just to see like a small like gaming streams because every now and then I just want to feel like I want to have to talk to somebody while I on my free time so I can feel still explore like human connections and just still keep my socializing going because I think the world's more digital nowadays where it's becoming more essential that if you want to have a real social conversation, you got to find it somewhere on the internet to find that niche to feel connected to other places. Now, you could join multiplayer service and that, but I stopped playing multiplayer games as much. I noticed that I've been going to more single player games lately, and it's only because that I don't have time to commit to a guild or something like in, for example, Clash of Clans or something to use all this time to make an effort to for a group effort for something like that. Meanwhile, I'm way focused on my other works and projects that I feel that I want to take those down. So I don't want to like make any promises or schedule or anything to that. So most likely going around for single player games. But if it's like one of those multiplayer games like Among Us, where it's just simple mini games that you just go in and out, like Fall Guys or something like that, then yeah, I'll totally play that. It's just anything with multiplayer games that has like, oh, I need strong commitments to have to meet there just to do that. I'm going to most likely avoid those because I don't have time for those. But overall, uh, if I decide to sit down and every week to focus on my YouTube channel or my other social media stuff on Wednesday to just to have a little self intervention to figure out okay what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. More or less that YouTube is nowadays much more of a guessing dart game. So uh, the type of quality that, as I mentioned, we're working for, but it's much more so with human connection. So it doesn't matter how good your video editing is. It doesn't matter how good your tag is. As long as the people are clicking on it, that's all that matters. So if it goes up, it goes up. It don't. That's why YouTube would like to convince you to post more often or make a lot of videos, which I did experiment with the text post. What I did, since I do post like my art and my work in progress on there, and a lot of people will likely respond back at their own time. So more or less, you should just pump your videos as soon as you just make the video. But if you have like a lot of video that's going to ding publish all at once, you don't want to flag the YouTube algorithm for that. So that's the only time I would say, okay, you might want to schedule if you are able to create content like quickly. But overall, it's a lot of updates to post on that. So I think that's all I want to talk about so far about the YouTube schedules and stuff like that. But overall, I think my project's coming along and stuff like that. I think I do have like a short video that under the way soon about my dungeon level generator that I did want to add and bring into my game so I can have much more variety. But I was thinking originally keeping the teams spawning for every floor to be at the same square floor unit, but then I accidentally made a bug where now each individual players were spawned separately on the chessboard. So now they have to find each other to group up. But since I already have a beacon spawn mechanic where if you choose to interact with it, your whole team players would just automatically just group group up together by teleporting more of a destination of your current active player that you're playing as. So now I'm starting to get some ideas. Oh, maybe we should start individually. So the player himself will have to strategically find the beacon as an excuse to get the team together without mimicking the chances of your character's death and stuff. So that's something interesting to explore too, to see if how it would work. But I think once I get the early alpha done, I will have planned to like upload a free demo version of it just to get some feedback. But so I'm gonna have to create like that beautiful corner, but I won't like finish like the. I have like in my rough idea maybe I have 10 different scenarios of what to do with each level designs, but if I just focus on the first beginning intro and the first part of a level one and keep that as a beautiful corner, I think that just has some ideas how the game would be. But overall, I think that's about it. I think should just keep this 10 minutes long because I just keep it short and friendly. And yeah, all right. I'll see you the next time when I ever upload a video. Peace.